Welcome back, and if you're new, thank you for stopping by. We had the star of the show today, and it's a spiral ham. We're going to do something a little special, like we always do on Comfort In Cookin. We're going to make our own ham glaze today. Now, this is a bone-in ham, and it's already been pre-cut, and it's already pre-cooked. So we're going to start with our white granulated sugar, our brown sugar, a half a stick of butter, our honey, our all-purpose meat seasoning mixed with fresh cloves, our cinnamon, nutmeg, and our allspice mixed together, then our pork rub, and our smoked paprika. Now, we can't forget about our crushed pineapples. Now, put your cape on and let's get in the kitchen and start cooking. And we're going to preheat our oven to 325 degrees. We're going to sit our ham over to the side and we're going to allow for it to continue to rest. So this is going to make this a whole lot easier for the pre-slices to release themselves, which will allow us to brush the glaze easier in between the slices. So let's get over to our pot and we're going to start melting our butter. If you're finding value out of this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and also Facebook. Now, as the butter starts to melt, then we're going to go in with our white granulated sugar, our brown sugar. Remember that the recipe is going to be down in the description box below. And as that starts to cook down and caramelize, we're going to put in our honey. Now, as the honey starts to melt and caramelize, let me know down in the comment box below. I would like to know, do you only cook ham on holidays? Or do you cook ham on regular days also? Now that we added the honeys to the sugars, it's all starting to caramelize and this is coming out perfect. I'm going to bring this ham over to the camera and I want you to see, now that the ham has had the opportunity to continue to rest, that you can see that the ham is starting to separate on its own where the pre-slices are. This is where we're going to put the glaze. Now let's get back over to our pot so we can finish our glaze. We're going to go in with our crushed pineapples. And once that cooks down, we're going to level out this sweetness. We're going to go back in with our spice. We're going to put in our cinnamon, our nutmeg, and our allspice. We're going to put in our all-purpose meat seasoning mixed with our fresh cloves, our smoked paprika, and also our pork rub. This looks like only a little bit of seasoning, but trust me, a little bit goes a long ways when it comes to your ham glaze. Because we're actually going to be taking this glaze and glazing it in between each slice of the ham. So you can imagine the bold taste that we're about to get out of this ham. It's going to be amazing. This turned out perfect. So we're going to take this glaze and we're going to go in between each slice, taking our time, gradually separating the slices, but not enough to tear. Thank you for supporting the channel. Check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and also Facebook. Now, we're going to flip this ham. Now, you ask me, why are we flipping the ham? Well, we already glazed the top of the ham, so now we're going to glaze the bottom of the ham. Why? Because we want even coverage and even flavor. But we want to be careful that we don't tear the slices while we're doing so. So we're going to take the glaze and we're going to pour it over the ham. As we pour the glaze over the ham and we start to brush it in, some of the slices are going to start releasing themselves automatically. The ones that don't, you can easily work them and help them along to separate so you can get the glaze in between the slices. But just be very, very careful that you don't tear the slices while you're doing so. Come on, people, this recipe is so easy. Put your cape on and let's get in the kitchen and start cooking. Help me get the word out about this channel called Comfort In Cookin. Now that we have our ham in our baking pan, and it's already been glazed, so it's ready to go in the oven. So we're gonna take our aluminum foil. Before we do, we're gonna put water in the bottom of the pan. Now, why are we putting water in the bottom of the pan? It's to keep the ham moist while it's cooking so it doesn't dry out. We're gonna cover this with aluminum foil. We're gonna sit it in the oven for 1 hour. After that 1 hour, we're gonna bring it back out of the oven, and then we're gonna glaze it again. We're gonna wind up glazing this ham 3 times before the cook is done. Now, some may call that an overkill, but I call it flavor. Now, this is the second round. We're gonna take this aluminum foil off and we're gonna glaze the ham on the sides, over the top. And not only that, we're gonna go right back in between those slices again. Let me know in the comment box below, do you cook whole hams, half hams, bone in or bone out? Let me know in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. And also, check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and also Facebook. And help me get the word out about this channel called Comfort In Cookin. This is gonna be a perfect ham for any occasion. And now that you see, it's already starting to get golden brown and we haven't even took the aluminum foil off yet. This is the layers and layers of flavor that I was talking about. Some may call it an overkill, but I just call it layers of flavor. Now they say that you're only supposed to glaze your ham the last 15 to 20 minutes of the cook. But we're gonna do it different here on Comfort In Cookin. Now that we're done glazing the ham, we're gonna put the aluminum foil back on and then we're gonna put it back in the oven for 45 minutes. Now, when it's done cooking for 45 minutes, we're gonna bring it back out and we're gonna take the aluminum foil off again. And then we're gonna glaze the ham one more time. Now it's starting to glaze over, it's starting to brown. Now, as we're glazing, make sure that we cover it from side to side, in between the slices, on top, just like we did before. Now we're gonna put this back in the oven for another 30 minutes, covered up with aluminum foil. But for the last 15 and maybe 20 minutes, we're gonna cook it uncovered and we're gonna allow for it to get golden brown. Now this should be looking perfect. Look at this ham here. Look here on the sides, the top, the bottom. I told you, the perfect ham for any occasion. Now we're gonna take our meat thermometer and we're gonna check our temperature. It should be between 140 and 145. We're about at 143, so we're good. So we're gonna take some of the remaining of the glaze and we're gonna pour it over the ham. Now we're gonna take the brush and we're gonna brush in between the slices again, just a little bit. And I want to thank you for supporting this channel. I want to thank you for stopping by Comfort In Cookin. I hope that you're finding value in this video. And if so, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments that you would like to put in, please do it in the comment box below. Holiday or non-holiday, it don't get no better than this. I don't know what they're doing out there, but I know what we're doing right here on Comfort In Cookin. I want to send you love, peace, and happy holidays from the channel called Comfort In Cookin.